Alrighty, welcome back. No, welcome to first time at... Where are we? Is that us? No. That's us. Dakhra Oasis. Right. That one was the other option, right? No, it was this. I don't remember. Either way, welcome to the Oasis. So, I've been doing some planning and thinking and deciding on things. First things first, I think we need to talk about these hyenas. We've got 3 groups. One of them spawns here, one of them spawns on that dune, or just around it, and they're up here at the moment. And then there's another group that spawns here-ish, I think? And they're up here. I believe I mentioned a vague hope last episode of potentially surrounding these in just a box of walls. We can't do that. We cannot do that. Which is really unfortunate. We have seen in previous cities that the police stations, the police, just can't handle the hyenas well enough. And since we've got 3 different groups of them, that's not gonna cut it. So I think something we're gonna be doing early on. Oh man, that's vaguely annoying. Can't fit it in anywhere. Yeah, early on we're gonna be getting these. I'm gonna want one here-ish, maybe. I don't know, somewhere around these rocks to deal with these. One over here, and then one over here. I'm thinking probably up in the foothills here-ish. I guess there's not really foothills, since these are sand dunes, but you know what I mean. Probably up here. And I'm thinking we're gonna want to do that relatively early on. Which is gonna be expensive. I don't remember how much we start out with. We'll find out when I roll it back. But then there comes the resource question. Obviously, we've got the wood. I'm thinking I'm gonna do one for this side, somewhere around here-ish, maybe over here. That will just be doing all of this area. I might bump it up to 2 if it seems like one isn't taking advantage of enough, but I'm gonna start with 1. Over here, I'm gonna do 2, and I think probably... I don't think I'm going to use this road as is, but I'm probably not gonna do something too different. So probably the woodcutters will be here-ish. I do want to point out, not that, this. I can put a bridge here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Simply because I think there's possibility that the hunters might use that. I don't know for sure if they'll need it, but I think that'll be a nice option to have. Got the ostriches up here. The other group, I think... I don't remember. There was 2 groups though. I don't know where they've gone. Okay, well. Anyway. The second thing that is location based, other than the wood, it's gonna be the farming. And as it turns out, while yes, a lot of this area is... There wasn't a thingy for this, was there? No. The meadows. There. Yeah, as it turns out, much of this is absolute garbage. We've got a little bit of decent-ish bit over here. But like, a lot of the stuff, especially down here on the south side, most of this is not even double digits in terms of fertility. Not even. We do have a decent-ish spot. This area here, if it might be possible if we move it, and maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, it's not looking good. There's a decent enough spot here where we can get a bit. Problem with this is the irrigation. I don't really know. Without cutting down trees, which I do not want to do if I can avoid it. Especially since, I mean, I don't like doing that anyway, but in this particular situation, yikes. To be honest, I don't even know if the irrigation can go that far. But we've got a bit here and a bit here, and that might be. I mean, I guess there's area in here. You know what? Just for experimentation's sake, let me pull up some of this back and just see. What are we looking at? Three, 5, 2, 2. Okay, not worth ripping those trees out. Right. Some of this, we're gonna be able to get somewhat better results if we kind of fiddle around with it a little bit. And then obviously the irrigation. I don't remember what... I feel like the ditch gave... Actually, I feel like it said on it, on the water lift maybe, in the... I don't know, it gives some amount of increased fertility. It doesn't matter. The point is, I don't think, like, 2% is not, it's not worth it. It's just not. I think the lowest I'm willing to go is probably 8 or 9, and that's really pushing it. We do, though, have some decent area up here. Right in here. Like, there's a 55 there. So this area here is kind of okay. Plus the irrigation is going to be quite straightforward here or here. I guess that's not going to work, is it? It's probably right there. Maybe over here if we need to. But yeah. That's what we're looking at for the farming. It occurs to me that that is for the main part of the crop, grain or barley. I don't know if the fertility affects how much straw you get. And the straw would be a good portion of the reason
Pepe has taken the throne and
for farming in the first place.
Chancellor, but it has come with a price. Centralized authority continues to erode as local and
because we're going to be
become more powerful.
Needing to make bricks to fulfill requests. Yeah. So, as much as it looks like we can do a lot of farming here, we can't actually necessarily get a lot out of it. I'll Certainly I'm going to experiment with some of these really low fertility ones, just to see about the straw. Because that might be a decent way of getting what we need. Let me see. Can we import grain and or barley? No to the barley. No to the grain. Cool. We can import beer if we need to. That's not super optimal. Gonna be honest. Okay. Who are we trading with first in order to get the wood offloaded? Oops. Nah. Sells wood, not what we need. Sahara. Okay. They buy clay, bricks, pottery. All of that we can make ourselves. Wood we can make ourselves. We can't do the reeds, but we can do the papyrus. And they just sell plain stone and jewelry. Yeah, that's probably going to be the first one we do. They buy wood, but not as much. Sell reeds. And then there's flax. Okay. That's expensive for our first trade route. But that is also a lot of potential economic gain in return. Which means that I think we're going to need to focus heavily on the clay. Now, because the fertility down here is garbage, I think we're gonna use this area down here specifically for the clay, and mostly just the clay, and then the pottery, and probably the bricks as well. Because we'll have farming here. Right? And that'll give us the straw, probably have the brickworks here-ish, or so. I'm thinking. As far as... I really wish I knew what sort of direction we were going to be attacked in, because I have this up here. I don't know if you can tell, but this is the nice temple district that I want to construct. Or at least, I don't think it's going to be exactly like this. I'll talk about that in a moment, but I would like to know, just so we can put that in a defensive location. We might have to move it over here, which would be kind of annoying, because I was planning on using that road. Do we plan? That's we need to figure that out, because that's gonna be important long term. Because I do want to do, or at least attempt, 4x4 houses. And part of the reason that I put it over here to start with, well, the main reason, because I was kind of thinking this is going to be the furthest from the direction where we're likely to get attacked. It's Nubia and... Shoot, what's the name of the other nation?
Pepi has taken
Kush.
the throne and awarded.
Right, Nubia and Kush, which are the problem currently, and they're all going to be down here, so we're most likely, I think, to be attacked from this sort of direction. But if there are Bedouins, then they're likely to come down from the western desert, and this might be prime target area, prime entrance area for them. Well, there is one potential reason to do it up here instead, and that is... Can you see the little bit of road here? There's a dune there, and there, and there, and there, and that's really annoying. I was kind of mocking things up, and it seems like... Because I like to do this, right? And then have the temples, you know, along it in some way. But because we're kind of restricted in this direction, I had this planned actually for the city palace there. But because we need to get water up these lines, that's not going to work. So I settled on this sort of area, sort of idea, which would mean that the temples should be along this road. This wouldn't necessarily be here. Probably would actually be one further down. So these would be here. But that means blockage, blockage. And then the road would have to go around that somehow. Or that. Which is, not ideal. So maybe... Because, you know, I was gonna have this here, and then the festival square there, and it was gonna look nice. Would look nice, but because of these dunes, I don't really know. So now I'm thinking maybe instead we do it over here. Fertility is kind of garbage over here as well. Let's see here. From the furthest dune, why is it give me... Oh. To the edge of the water is 128 versus how do I do this? $112? Okay. Okay, yeah, I think we'll do it on this side instead then. Same basic principle. With the, what is the stupid thing called? Temple Complex. I don't know why I constantly forget what that's called. Whatever this thing is, this thing, the farthest back in that, up in the, into the northwest, northeast, north this way direction. Probably not push the road all the way up against there, because we do want stuff behind it to do the better houses. So maybe plan to have it stop right there. Right? And then the temple complex would be there-ish. Probably get rid of this road and reposition stuff. Position it in this sort of direction so that the middle is... No, not that. I guess there's not really an obvious center to this, is there? So it doesn't matter too much what direction this way, as long as it's more or less on this line where we put the water, and then the palace, and then the mansion on the other side, similar to this. Because I'm thinking... I don't know about the two water carriers like that. Maybe it'd be like this instead, with the mansion and the palace, or maybe the other way around, something like that. Because this is a decent enough sort of blueprint, but oh, let me just lay something out here, shall I? That's too. Is that? Nope, that's perfect. Okay. We do something like that. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to where that ended. Aha! Perfect. Go away. Well, that's just gonna be a perpetual issue from time to time. Now, one thing I'm not entirely set on is whether I want the festival square first or the monument. I think you could make an argument for both. Either one could look nice. But something like this. Yeah, that fits, and then that there. Guess these would have to be on this side of the road. No, that doesn't work because we want the houses on this side. We want the houses straight up along this. Let's see, if we were to say that that's the end there. I think instead what we want to do is kind of loops. Oops. Come on now. Something like this. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need... How much space between? Is that enough? Is it possible to do the 5x5 houses here, I wonder? Do we aim for that instead? Well, whatever the exact size, we want them something like this. Okay, that's gonna be too far. What if... Because I think we've attained 5x5 houses once. It was a very near thing. Hold on. I do think I want to plan for that. That will be the footprint of the house. We have this be a loop around. We can have it end here. Right. Water supplies here. I'd like to do this center line if possible, but it's not possible because it's not even number, or it is even number, it's not odd, which is just whatever. It's fine, I guess. That would mean we might do something like this even. Right? To get the most of them out of this area. 4 5x5 houses on either side. That might be workable, actually. Because what we would do is the temple complex in the center, temples and everything else that is needed along the outside. I think that works. And that allows for shrines on either side. Like that. Would that be enough beautification? Don't know for certain. But I'm feeling like if we kinda space it out a little bit more and try to squeeze in some large statues like here, here. I could put in the large statues ahead of time, and then if we need to remove them, we could do that. So could do something like this early on, relatively early on. Yeah, shut up. And then that'd be on either side. Right, mirrored over there. And then obviously there would be like roadblocks. Maybe just like that. And then into the main city here. This is odd. Could do that. And then just have the palace elsewhere. Or could just do that. With both of them in this... Oh no, that doesn't work because we need the water supplies. Well, we could move this road. So that... Because I do think it's gonna be wise with these houses to do water supplies like that. Something like that. Is that enough? That's not enough space. Ooh, dang it. Okay. I mean, strictly speaking, there's nothing wrong with doing that. I guess. Is that enough room for another... Not like that, but there's nothing that says we have to stop it there. Could scoot these back. Could start the houses here instead. You know? Start it there and then work our way back this direction. And then that would give us a pretty clear indication of where we need to stop. Because it would be as far as the water's gonna go, right? And however far the water goes, that's as far out as we can do the houses. And then we just cap it off with the road. And then, for the rest of the housing for the city, well, not all of it, probably, because we're gonna need housing, like, down here and such, like, over here, over there. I think what we do is we have the inner road kind of hugging the inside as much as possible. Probably get rid of this road and redo it to be a little bit more sensible. But hugging along the inside of the Oasis. And then have spokes going off of it in this sort of direction. So something a little like that. And then spokes coming off. And that's where the houses are gonna be. Does that sound sensible? Don't know, good question. Let me find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Is that the correct? This is 5 by 5, yeah. So 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 21, 22. Let me recount that, hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, I did miscount that. So 21 across, not counting this side. We could start it right there, the first side. So, dang it. Whatever, you get the picture. Now, this is not doing 2x2 roads, as I kind of wanted to, but I don't feel like there's quite enough room on this map to do that. Not quite. But yeah, have the housing go out in this direction. And I'm thinking rather than larger numbers of houses together, I'm thinking maybe we do like 4 4x4s, or 2x2s, or regular 4 this. 4 of those. That might not quite be enough, but at least to start with, because we'll have them going out. This is not going to be a B here, is it? I just realized, because these are going to be not that kind of building, but this kind of building that these houses will need. So it'll have to be a little further away than that. Though again, it doesn't really matter too much where we center it. It could be here, or it could be a little down this way, or a little up that way. Should be fine. But yeah, I'm thinking having everything sort of roads streaming away from the Oasis in this direction, following the direction of this business, all sort of streaming out that way. As much as possible. We're gonna have to do stuff down over here. I mean, I guess maybe not technically. I don't know, because of the stupid hyenas. Okay, well, I think what I'll do first is get rid of the majority of the roads. I don't know if we'll keep this. Maybe I'll just center this business on this road. Keep things simple. I don't know, but this placement right here seems pretty good. There's plenty of room on either side. for additional stuff if we need it. Those two look weird. Guess it's just because it's the same tile repeated. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably good. Is there anything I've forgotten to account for? We don't need to have bazaars, or not bazaars, storage yards or granaries in any particular place. I'm thinking probably we'll start off with farming here. Because that'll be closer to the clay, which we want to start here. Which we want to start relatively early. Which needs to be... I mean, I guess it doesn't need to be, but it should be close to some of the farms. Do we do grain or do we do barley? They both produce straw, I believe. I assume. Just talking about grain, it does say it produces straw. Does the barley? That says the same thing. It says grain farm. Okay, I don't know. Guess we start off with grain then, because I'm quite certain the grain does. I'm pretty sure barley produces straw. I don't know, but we don't need barley too soon. I mean, who was it we were gonna trade with? You. Do you buy beer? No. Okay. So I think we kind of speed run. Well, certainly speed run the clay. And I guess grain. Focus heavily on getting the bricks and the pottery up and running. And the wood. And all of that is going to be done right around here. So... I think... Is there anything else I want to do before we roll things back? I'm probably forgetting something. I'm usually forgetting something, but... nothing's jumping out at me. None of the rest of this stuff needs to be in any particular place. The pottery we want next to clay pits, which is going to be down here. That's fine. The brickworks, same deal. That's fine. This can be wherever, this can be wherever. This can be just near wherever we end up doing the barley, which could be up here. Where's the one that was like 50 something? There. Yeah. I also want to get at least one fort of archers going relatively quickly. So I might temporarily slap down the recruiter and academy, or maybe just recruiter, somewhere in here as we're doing this. As we're getting started. Okay, I think that's about it. I don't want to do too much industry right in front of this area here. Partly because of these. I might just put this in the middle. I know it's not quite the middle, but it's so large, it's kinda looks like it's in the middle a little bit. And then this just behind here. Maybe that'd be okay. Just kind of slot them in. Well, we're not gonna put anything, really. Yeah, that's probably the sensible way to do it. The roads for all of these farms are gonna get messy, I think, if we're not careful. Okay, I just kind of realized I've been waffling on for like over 40 minutes now, so, yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and, hit that. Pause. Okay. Because I've been talking for so long, we're not going to be able to get too much done this episode. Okay, there's the ostriches. Ooh. Huh. We're probably gonna need to... I think... Not saying anything about the... yeah, there it is. I mean, the area over here is gonna have the same problem. If we were to do it that way. So, yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to, I'm gonna roll it back again. I need to know where that spot is. Is it there? Uh-huh. Okay. Let me roll it back. It's right there. Hold on. Uh-huh. Okay. X marks the spot. Now we know where that is. We can kind of plan around it. How? Where do we put it? Because we're going to be building everything kind of, sort of, a little bit around that spot. So... let's find our back road there. Right? Am I gonna be able to eyeball this? Hold on a second. Is that correct? Is that correct? Oh! Oh! Haha! It is correct! Okay. So there's that. That's me measuring stick for the monument. No, temple complex, not monument. We've got a little bit of wiggle room with this and this. Kind of feeling like what we ought to do is put this on the side of this whole district, right? So that would put that one over What if we didn't do that? Yep, that is the correct location. Kind of struggling with this because I'm a little tired and my brain is kind of fried at the moment. How do we make this look nice? If that's gonna be... Huh. Now there's a question. Can we not put this over that? I'm going to try it for science and then roll it back. Because we're figuring stuff out here. That will not let you place that on that. Okay. That's... So, if we have the 7 wide, and we have it scooted over by 1, like so, I think what we can do is instead have it on one side. I just had a realization. There's the very best thing to have on that spot is road, actually. So, or if we scooted it over again and have that be that road. That way, we don't have to maneuver around weirdly. We can just use that spot, road, do that. That gives us a concrete point to start from when building all of this out. We have a little bit of wiggle room with the this and this in exactly how we want them. That should be fine. This we can just get rid of. And it'd be something like this. Dang it! That would be irrelevant. And... like that. Or so. And by a little bit of wiggle room, I mean, I had it laid out like this. With the monuments surrounded by roads. Don't necessarily need to do that, really. Kinda no big deal if we don't. Ah. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe that's not fine, actually. No, that is actually fine. Problem... Ooh, I'm noticing a problem. I'm gonna roll this back again. So just bear with me a little bit longer. This is important planning business here. Wow, I couldn't have... whatever. Doesn't matter too much. That's irritating. Pretend that this is 1 over that way. You notice the potential issue here? Can't get a road from this side to that side without going all the way around like that. And I can't pull these that way further. Or can I? What if I went the other direction? City Palace here, as far back as it'll go. That butts right up against that. That's fine. And then the mansion... Bam! Don't like that. We're gonna do it the other way. Bam! Easy access road from one side to the other, so this doesn't become a giant blockade. We have a very clear place to place everything. That animal breeding ground starts this road, and then this is as far that direction as we can get it. This is 2-3 away from that first dune, which just allows us to do that. There in the back, or something similar. There's another road access across here. Do another one there. See, this is where we do have some wiggle room. We can move this around even a little bit more if we want to. We could compress it in a little bit, because there's no particular reason, especially now that this is here, there's no particular reason we can't put this here. That might actually even look a little better, potentially. We could squeeze this in here a little bit. That would let us put the festival square, if we wanted to, actually right there, if we really want to squeeze it in. That might be a thing to do, rather than going as far as we can this direction. Kind of squeeze things in a little bit more. Then again, part of the reason we were doing this with this thing in the first place is because it gives us a substantial boost in beautification, what's it called? The the desirability, which these do as well. And that's going to be helping the housing. And then for the housing, start there, and then just measure it out, and go as far as the water can go. And then from that, we'll have the loop around. It'll be 5 across. That way we have all the buildings that the houses need all along the edge. And that should be really nice, I think. Slightly frustrating that this is not in line. But there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing at all. Yeah, whatever. Might look better here? No. I don't know. I guess we'll figure out how to make that look nice when we get to it. We won't be placing these down early. They're too expensive. Especially that. Good grief. I mean, I guess looking at it, it's kind of easy to understand why, but meh. Out of curiosity, will it let us rotate these ones? I doubt it, because it wouldn't let us rotate the other ones. No to that one. No to that one. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Measure it out like that. And that way we can start the city, start the actual doing of the city here, right in here. Have this road continue around down to probably connect with this. Probably get rid of this road and then tighten it in a little bit. And then start getting the city here. Housing going off in this direction. Industry in here. Does that sound sensible? I think that sounds sensible. So, for the beginning of this mission properly, I wish it would tell me. There. I'm going to go ahead, lay this out, and then I think next episode we will properly start the city with the actual, like, housing and things and stuff. I think we want to hug it pretty close. Well, hang on a second, because there's potential for. Oh, okay. There's a bit of room in there for stuff like this. Yeah, that's work. That'd work. Well, I want to zigzag this. Hang on. You're gonna be using this. Nah. I think we're in deep trouble if we're needing to use that. Can we put a clay pit over here? Ooh, I think we might do that. Plan to do that. Hold on a second. Let me just figure out how many we're going to be able to get in here. One. Something like that. Guess it doesn't really matter here or there, so we'll put it there. Something like that. Now, do we actually want it to hug it in that close like that? Actually, no. The more I think about it, I think it'll actually be more efficient if we do it, oops, a little bit more like that. I realize we're wasting a bit of money here. I don't think it should be too big a deal. I think we should be okay. Clay pit 1, clay pit 2. We might use this, actually. I didn't realize that it was gonna let me do that far out, actually. So maybe we do clay pits in here, because this here doesn't work for clay pits. Does, however, work excellently for those two puppies. Yes. Yes, we'll do that. You know what? Let's square that off a little bit more. It'll be okay. Put it there, there, there. we're not that strapped for space that we need to go too crazy about cramming things in. I think I was getting a little overzealous with that there. And then we'll do here, potentially here. I'm not really sure we're getting the irrigation. That's a long way away, man. I might break through those trees. Oh, that won't work, will it? Because if the something is here, the irrigation ditch will go through the road, but then we can't get it to go anywhere else because it won't be blocked. So that won't work. What about that spot right there? No? I don't know. No, I guess not, because it won't let you do that there. Okay, yeah, I might bust through some of these trees and get over to here. Kinda loath to do that. Not just because of the destroying trees, but because getting employers to get to housing from there is gonna be tricky. But let me see. Let me finish marking this out. Because we want... How big are these? Dynasty Mansion. That's 5. So then the other one is gonna be 6. Mark that. Mark that. Guess we don't really need to mark anything else inside because everything will just be where we decide to put it exactly. I mean, theoretically, if we wanted to, we could put the temple complex down at this end and put the other stuff up there, but I don't think that would look as nice. But let's find this road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that correct? That looks too thin. Nope. Uh-huh. And then out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that was my headphones disconnecting for some reason. If you heard that, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll be that. That'll be that loop there. This end of this loop. Because that's where the water supply starts. Okay. And then from there, I think we measure out... Maybe we just go 5 again. Just to keep things consistent, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 6th. Oh! 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 Ain't that just nifty? Okay. Yeah. Done deal. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Because we'll have stuff along here. And that leaves room for 2x2s here. Perfect. Actually, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and measure out 5 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dang it! No, not that. No, not that. Ah! I was so hoping it was gonna connect there. Well. Oh well, that'll be that. Okay. Is that correct? Hang on a second. No. Didn't think so. I guess it doesn't matter. We don't need to do anything with the middle here, do we? Nah. Nah, I'll just leave it like that. I'm going to extend these. That'll be... Oh, that's not... That doesn't extend. No. No, that's that end of that loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Ooh, perfect. Maybe. The meadow there. Oh, you know, you look real close. This area of better fertility does look like it has more little yellow flowers. It's really tough to see, though, dang. Maybe it's not more, maybe it's just they're larger? I don't know. Of all the colors to pick, I realize the sort of flowers that'll grow in this kind of meadow is probably going to be a lot of yellow. But gosh, is that hard to see. For gameplay purposes, you might have made it just a little more orange, maybe? Or, alternatively, just add one of these things that shows you. That would have been nice. Anyway, that, I think, gonna be good. That's gonna be a little irritating there. Probably gonna be... Nah, it's fine. It's fine. This... Ah. So close. So close to perfection. Ah. Dang it. Maybe we move that road. We could take out the trees. I don't know. I'll decide later. I do think it's probably a good time to go ahead and leave this episode, actually. I've definitely been waffling on for a little longer than is really necessary, to be honest, but I think we've got a really nice blueprint for what's going to be a really nice looking city at the end of this. 5 in between each of these. That's gonna be a nice spacious city. Things aren't gonna be too crammed together. We already have the plans for what we're gonna do as soon as we get going. Gonna do clay. Gonna do a bit of grain over here. Wood. There's also the hunting lodges, which I might just slap down in just about anywhere because it doesn't really matter. They'll go and they'll find what they need to find. I think, just before we go though, before I forget, because that's definitely something I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do that. That might not be No, I think that is, because that'll be... You know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Here I go. Nah. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. And then we'll have to figure out the roads for this. One thing I need to know. That's still not terrible considering the rest of this area. And I'm gonna probably just go ahead and do... Go away. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I'm gonna just do this area without the irrigation to start with. It'll be fine. We've got not that much. We're gonna need to invest how much? $12.50. So, yeah, we're gonna focus real hard on getting enough of the clay going first off. Yeah. And obviously housing along here. That makes it for one long continuous. Not sure. Figure out something with that. Actually, come to think of it, because of the way that these work, with the schools sending people to the performance area, I think it'd probably actually be best to have these at the ends, right? Because the schools will be using these roads to get to where they want to go, and then they'll go along the housing road. So they'll have to pass through all of the houses to get to the performance area. I think that's probably the way to go long term. Same with this, we'll have it down here somewhere. Yeah. Not sure where we'll connect, but probably just follow this road, because I realize this is going to need to be connected to this area. Yeah, that should be fine. Dang it. Almost perfection again, but that's not something we can fix. Oh well. Yeah. I think that with that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode. I'm sure to be forgetting something, so if anybody remembers anything, let me know. Think... As long as we get these two up and running, we should be relatively okay with money to start with, especially the wood. As long as we can get that going, we should be just fine. Obviously the clay is not really that much, but it's something. Yeah, I think we should be okay, in an okay spot to get this started rolling pretty quick. I'm just trying to think of all of the potential hiccups we could run into. Can't think of anything obvious. So, yeah, if anybody else can, let me know. But with that, I will say thank you for watching. Sorry this has been a terribly long, rambly episode, but, I mean... I think at a certain point, you kind of need to do that to make things look nice, and I really want to make things look nice. The last few cities have just been not. So... yeah, I think it was worth taking some extra time out to do that. So with that, I will say thank you for watching, take care, and farewell.